Hi, Internet family. I want to shoot a video for you guys about demons and angels. They've been coming up a lot. They've been coming up a lot lately. They came up at Burning Man. That's one of the things that I've heard about what people think of Burning Man. So there's a lot of that going on, and there's not more of it going on than any other party people moment, although it's 70,000 party people, so that kind of stuff comes around. So dealing with demons and angels, I know a lot of you guys have. And I just did a little Instagram live about this, and a couple of people said, or one person rather said, basically don't go looking for trouble. So that's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about when it's finding you and when you have to deal. That's why I even know how to do this, because I've seen this kind of stuff in my whole life, and I had to deal because I like to think of it as the civil rights of the mystic. It's all fun and games, whatever, don't believe, do believe, whatever you want, until you start seeing crazy stuff yourself. You start having intense experiences yourself. Then you have to deal. You have to deal with it. So how do we deal with it? Well, first off, remember that you are the strongest because you have a body. So right there. And you know, you could say, get out of here, I don't want you around. You could say, angels come protect me. Archangel Michael is especially good. He's a big protector. He'll come protect you. And if it's just like harmless ghosts, I will say, because a lot of us are supposed to help with this kind of thing, you can say, what do you need? What's going on? How can I help? Because just like people who are vampy or bring you down or whatever, I don't think these beings necessarily mean to. They're just hurt, scared, starving, disconnected, sick, addicted, confused. So, for instance, I feel a lot of those things when I'm, say, out in the nightlife. A lot of people have asked me, how do you go out? Because there's a lot of that around. Because when you take a substance, if you do it to escape something, something else will come in. If you do it as a shamanic medicinal experience, it's kind of a different story from what I've seen and experienced. But if you do it because you're addicted, if you do it to get out, to escape, then other stuff will often come, feed on your energy. Sometimes even do things like take over your body. That's where a lot of the experiences, especially the ones I heard from Burning Man, was someone possessed by something. And so the person interacting with the possessed person was interacting with a demon, but the possessed person was probably just high on who knows what, because it's Burning Man. People do everything, including have completely clean burns. Some people don't take any substance or alcohol at all while they're there. I know some of them, they're amazing. So I'm just saying. However, that did come up, and I did feel myself doing a lot of work, which is my jam, and I love it, so that's no problem at all. But it was interesting, and now that I'm back, I'm thinking about it a lot, and was inspired, like I said, by this person on Instagram who shared it, and I thought to myself, I need to talk about that more, because I haven't in a while. And I just feel like it's important for those of us who are multidimensional, which life chooses us. We don't choose it. The multi-D life chooses us. You start seeing visions, what are you going to do? You're going to drug yourself and make them go away, which you can do. That's what most people do in the culture that I live in. But you also often lose your awesomeness. And it's not a handicap to see through. You can turn it into a superpower if you just learn to deal. And if you learn to navigate with grace and purpose, then you see things that other people can't see, so you're more prepared. So like I said, you could use it as a superpower. So let's see what else to talk about on this video. I just mostly wanted to touch base with you guys and kind of tell you how I do things, which is what do you need, what's going on, because I've done enough shamanic work by now to feel confident in the situations I find myself in. It has been 15 years of this hardcore, though. So in the very beginning, when in doubt, call in Archangel Michael. Call in whatever God you worship. Call in protectors. Clear your space. When you get stuff from a thrift store, cleanse it off just with your intention. Or you can sage or use another type of purification like Palo Santo or sweetgrass or cinnamon. Or you can... if it's a crystal, you can lay it in just salt, run it under water. You can put lavender and water in a bottle and spray it around. Yeah, but just make sure you're clearing your energy regularly. And it's my opinion that if you're seeing stuff, if you're someone who sees things, I personally am more of a proponent of learning how to master it, because it's a gift. it can be a rocky road, and so let your intuition guide you and don't do anything that doesn't feel safe. But I think that this is what our world is coming to, and I think that we need to come out of the closet about it because the world needs it, because stuff is getting more and more multidimensional all the time, and the people being born are more and more open. So we need to pave the way, is how I feel. So anyways, sending you guys so much love. And now about angels, they'll come when you call them. The thing is, you have to remember to ask, because with a few exceptions, they can't really interfere unless you ask. So they can see all the keys you need, all the tools you need, all the doors in front of you, but you might not be able to see them because of a trauma, or it's something you haven't considered yet, or you're afraid, or whatever it is, you misunderstand something. And unless you say, hey, help me, they can't necessarily show you. So just keep asking for help from angels. And angel really just means messenger. When I talk about angels and demons, huge classes of beings, lots of things underneath, lots of different agendas, and to some extent is as does. So a demon is as demon does. I've met beings that some people might call that, but who are working for the light, and vice versa, you know. So anyways, sending you guys love. I'll stop jabbering on right now. Feel free to ask me any questions. I'm kind of in my bubble usually, so I don't necessarily know what you guys need to know. So, but I do read comments. So ask me questions, whatever. And if you're not into this, that's okay. It's a specialization, a subset of the population that feels this vibe. And it is not something that I necessarily encourage everyone to do, but it's what I've been dumped into this lifetime. And I have keys for you. I've figured some things out, and I'm still figuring things out, but I want to share what I do know, because why not? All right, sending you guys lots of love. Bye.